What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? I know it's been a minute, y'all, but let's get into some good stuff and some good mess. So we got up today. I said, first of all, let's get this out the way. Like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. It helps me out a lot. You liking it, you subscribing, and you sharing it out. Let people know I'm here. But thank you anyway if you like, share, and subscribe. It don't hurt you. But let's get down to some mess. So first we got Chris Brown. So Chris Brown is being sued, y'all, by some lady. It seemed like she's a stalker. So Chris Brown felt like she was a danger to him and his dancers. So he posted a clip of her. And so she's suing him. So she represented herself. She don't have a representative. She's saying that she was emotionally and her reputation was damaged because this so-called edit clip of her was reposted. And I don't know. I actually really don't know if he felt like you were a danger to him and his dancers, his workers. I said, I don't know what this would be. She felt like, this hurt her reputation. I said, we'll have to find out during this lawsuit if the judge say this is really hurted her or not. But let's move on past that. Let's move on to Karlie Redd. Karlie Redd. So Karlie Redd from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I said, so baby, this girl then ended up going over to the ex-husband house, broke in, kicked down the door, and got herself arrested. So this happened. So apparently this happened back in January, but now she just now getting arrested. I said, girl, you ain't even with the man no more. I said, you divorced him. You didn't got you get his money for the time being until the court system say it's a done deal. And you done broke into the man's house down in Atlanta. I said, girl, what in the world is wrong with you? This ain't the first time you've been married. You've been married, shoot, what, three other times? You said three other times. She said you've been married 3 other times. I said, girl, but this time you doing the most. I said, the wedding's over. Y'all divorced. But Karlie Redd, now she's being charged with first degree burglary, and the judge said, well, she's been told she can't have no contact with her ex-husband. I said, girl, you doing the most. Like, what did he say to you doing a phone call or a text? Did he hang up and that made you go to his house to break an entry? But Karlie Redd gonna be crazier than crazy. So she got herself caught up in some mess where she out on bail now. So good for her. Let's move past her. Let's move on to this Ghana couple. So this Ghana couple, they ended up getting married, y'all. On their wedding day, the receptions, they passed away. So they ended up passing away because of food poisoning. So apparently the now husband, his ex-girlfriend, poisoned their food. I said, man. I said, girl, he moved on. I said, now you finna be serving life, and probably ended up your life be taken because you took 2 people's life because you couldn't accept him moving on, and now you done took out him and his new wife on their wedding day, the reception. So I want to know, was she at the wedding, sitting in the back? Because how did she get to the food? But some way, somehow, my condolences to their family. Their life is lost because of an ex. Couldn't get over it. He moved on. So let's move on past that. Let's move on to Miss Michelle Obama. So Miss Michelle Obama was on her podcast with her brother. Their podcast they do. And she explained that why she didn't go to Donald Trump's second inauguration. She said, that was a new year, and it was time for me to choose me and do things that I need to do for myself. New, fresh start for me, and that didn't align with me choosing me and doing for what I need to do for me. And I said, I have no problem with her saying that. I said, please, only person that's obligated to go was her husband, and he represents both of them. So, good thing. So let's move on past that. Benny Siegel in the fresh. I said you a mother. I said you a MF lie because they know Benny Siegel right here. Cause bitch, I don't look like that man. You better get off my channel because you finna get cussed out. Cause that's an insult. Go find yourself. So now let me move on past Miss Michelle Obama. Let's move on to Scrappy. So Scrappy got himself up on his social media because you know the fans in his as he was on his little live, they told him Yandy and mendeecee ain't legally married. So you know Scrappy get all shocked and like it everything is that'd be the best part about Scrappy. And he says I should have did the same shit they did. I said, oh, you wish you didn't marry the man for real? Cause she giving you problem after problems for no reason, and she gonna keep doing that cause that's who she is. But good luck with that. Oh man, I am a man. I said I can't believe that. But he was shocked by that and stuff. Let me see what's going on in the comments before I move on. Hey everybody. Hey LJ Alex. I can't believe Rashida said that over the yeah, Rashida, she's a mess. Rashida a mess. I said cause your husband is just a dirty dog. And you like it. And no clue what he done gave you. And you hopefully you can get rid of it. We know you don't like none of the kids he brings to the house every other year because you trying to get custody of the son by Jasmine, and you don't even like the child. The child ain't never at your house anyway, but you gonna do what you gonna do because that's what you do, and that's what's going on there. Let's move on to Wiz Khalifa. So he ended up doing a podcast where he said he don't believe the earth is round. I said, how much weed he been smoking? Cause this don't make sense. And I don't expect nothing else from Wiz Khalifa. It's not shocking at all that he would say that. But let's move on past him. Let's move on to Boosie. So Boosie ended up getting on his social media to let us know that he trying to catch up with Nick Cannon and Elon Musk when it comes to the babies. I said, huh? Because Elon Musk got like, I want to say 14? 13 or 14 kids already and counting. And Nick Cannon got like 12. So he trying to catch up with them. He just had a baby girl. Congratulations on that. And I said, sir, you can't even take care of the ones you got. I said, don't let them develop a personality. And then don't let them try to figure out who they are if they don't know who they are. And they come out to be LGBTQ plus community. Then you really got a problem. You like controlling your children, but you want more. Got it. So let's move on past him. Let's move on to Candice, Diller, Bassett. So she ended up getting on her social media to show her support to Kenya Moore. So she said that she's in support of her, and you know you can't tell people how to react when they get disrespected, and all that. I'm a really was shocked by Candice because I'm like, girl, you got beat up, girl. You got beat up by Monique for no reason. But that's what it is. You gonna do what you gonna do, and you supporting somebody that does not for no reason. And then she said that this ain't that deep. Explicit pictures. Somebody show explicit pictures of you doing something that you thought was private, that and showed it to the whole entire world, the whole entire town that y'all live in. Everybody know what you done did. Come on, Candice Diller. But you gonna do you. You need to go somewhere and take care of your kid. Move on past her. Let's move on to Corey Holcomb. So he ended up disrespecting Tracee Ellis Ross, because she ended up on a podcast where she was on a podcast with I want to say Michelle Obama, and she ended up telling that she liked dating younger men. That's her preference, and he called this woman out her name and disrespected her in a way that was uncalled for. Like, why? It's like, I know he trying to get a shock value. He got it, but it's like you didn't have to disrespect that woman in that way at all, because that's her preference. She never said she would date anybody younger than young. She just like dating younger men. She's only 52, and it may be a younger man younger than her, 30 and up. But it just he just irritating at this point. But moving on past him, let's move on to who we got. So Donald Trump administration had just, well, the spokesperson for him had came out to let us know that they is starting to take people wages, pensions, and will be taking your tax refund. Because if you got a student loan, federal student loan, and you ain't paid it, they gonna get that money. They coming for it. They said, ain't no sweeping away what the former last president Joe Biden did ain't gonna work. We want that money. I said, I said he do the most for no reason, and he just keep on and keep on going. I said, now you want money from people that trying to pay it. Like so I know that you got to the 5th, May 6th, to actually then put in a plan, a payment plan with the federal government and stuff, or you start losing out on your wages. And I said, this is crazy. Like, sorry, they trying to pay the bill. It's like it's hard times. It's hard times, but you gonna take my money? You rather me pay this bill than not have a place to live? Then I really can't pay that bill because I ain't got no roof. I ain't got nothing. I'm on the streets. Make sense. But that's all I got for y'all. Let me check out the comments, see how everybody doing and how their day going so far. You know, we had a troll up in here getting on my nerves already. And yes. Yeah, they an idiot. I ain't gonna even respond to that mess. Um, oh, yeah, the federal workers do get loan forgiveness. Hmm, damn. You lose your job, but, well, you ain't got no loan. I say I'd rather. Mm, that's a hard thing. That's a hard thing to deal with. You know, you losing your job, you getting your student loan forgive, and wow, that is a lot to handle. Um, you're staying on the first. Okay. But that's all I got for y'all. It's your boy Paul. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. Bye, y'all. Not staying on the Furby.